What can I do as a manager to manage change was the question. Um, Good question. What can you do as a manager? Manager in an organization, you're responsible to manage people. You're responsible and you're, from a hierarchy perspective, responsible to manage people. Number one is leading, not managing. For me, there's a critical difference between a manager and a leader. A manager is the person who has the authority from the position, which means this person is responsible for the salary, for the performance of the other people, which are reporting to that person. So that's a position where you get into a power position. A leader, for me, is someone who is getting followed because the people want to follow this person, want to do what the person is. The person, um, a leader is a person that is able to influence people in a positive way and capable of motivating people to do things. So that's number one. Don't manage. And specifically, when we talk about change, uh, as part of transformation, there's always a change perspective. That's why I brought this question into the transformation umbrella. It's really important to do this. Don't focus on management, focusing on leadership, and that means you focus on empowering people to take decisions, and empowering people to take action. And that requires different skills and different ways of interacting with your team members and as well peers than being a manager. So it's really start in looking into how can you delegate responsibility. Responsibility can be, hey, you're now not just responsible or acting for this task. I want you to take a bigger perspective. I want you to take an opportunity, which is maybe leading a project. And the project can be very, very small. It's not necessary that it need to be big. It's just not a one-off task. It's a responsibility where a person has a broader perspective and a wider responsibility than just a task. So how can you delegate responsibility? That's number one thing, which is, okay, now you're doing something wider than just executing the task. And the second one is, how do you delegate that they are not just having the responsibility for it, but as well the possibilities to execute on it, which means they have the resources to do that. And resources sometimes just can be time. So you're a manager, you have the possibility to give them time and allocate time for them to do this wider task, the wider responsibility than just focusing on one small task, stamping a paper or whatever you're into. So that's one piece. And then it's really helping to take action, helping to take responsibility, helping to take accountability, which is for me on the manager side. So you're accountable that the others are able to fulfill their responsibilities by giving them resources is time, money, whatever they need, as well knowledge. So that's the key parts for me when we talk about transformation and change. Really bringing this is